Strategic objectives. 1. To reduce poverty. 2. To reduce the prevalence of HIV/AIDS, sexually transmitted illnesses, and other opportunistic illnesses, unplanned pregnancies in adolescents of the Plaep target communities. 3. To reduce infant and maternal mortality in Plaep catchment areas. 4. To improve school access and quality of education. 5. To increase household resilience to the negative effects of climate change on household income and general livelihood. 6. To empower communities, especially women, with sustainable livelihood skills to give them access to income, thereby reducing income-induced vulnerabilities and poverty at the household level. 7. To develop Plaep's institutional and financial capabilities for sustainability. In 2005, Musonda Community School became a Plaep project. Infrastructure at the school has tremendously improved. From a dingy, one-roomed building with poor ventilation, no class demarcations, no bathrooms, students now have spacious classrooms, a computer room, a science lab, and clean bathrooms. The paved school grounds are great for sports activities. The kitchen is under construction. School feeding program. Since 2013, the school feeding program serves over 100,000 hot meals annually to over 700 students. The school meal may be the only nutritious meal some children have for the day. BMI scores the school does at the beginning and at the end of the term show that more than 20% of the children return to school from holidays in poor health. Plaep School Scholarship Program. Over 700 children in preschool, primary, secondary school, and college need support for school fees and other school requirements. Despite Plaep's challenges to adequately meet these needs, many students are performing well and progressing in school.
I got pregnant and I never had where to stay. I never had a place or a home. But Plaep has been there for me, they've been helping me, and they provided a home for me. I just want to greatly say thank you, and may God really bless you.
Smart Choices Program. The Smart Choices program is designed to help combat the HIV epidemic by educating adolescents and young adults about the choices they make about sexuality, and discover that some choices may profoundly affect the dreams they have for their lives. Smart Choices is an evangelistic tool that is used to reach students. Since 2015, Plaep reached 3,000 students annually. In 2020, COVID-19 disturbed Smart Choices programs, so Plaep did a radio program on, quote, "It Takes Courage," unquote. This is another life skill program for young people. About 1 million people listened to Faith Radio, on which the It Takes Courage program was aired. Program for children born with HIV. The local clinic refers children born with HIV to Musonda School to receive the school meal. They get free medication, but need adequate food to cope with the HIV medication that they must take for life. 11 children have been referred to PLAEP since 2019. That one meal that they have at school has helped to significantly reduce the viral load of the HIV virus and increase the immunity in the body, resulting in reduced illness. Trauma Counseling Program. After missionary work in Jamaica for 12 years, Reverend Elizabeth Chirwa returned to Zambia. And in 2019, she started providing volunteer counseling services at Musonda School for the students, their caregivers, and teachers.
Counseling has been a real need at this school because the children who come to me are badly traumatized. I've been seeing maybe about 5 children in a day, and it's been really, really good to see the positive impact of the counseling sessions. We've seen most of the children who had low self-esteem have become assertive. performance which have been very, very low has now, they are able to love school and their academic performance becomes better. But there are some challenges despite what we've been doing, in the sense that we can't meet all their needs. They need salvation. When I do counseling, I realize that the bottom line is that they need to know Jesus as their personal Savior. And thankfully, once they are led to the Lord, which I do many times, you see the transformation that takes place, especially after discipling them. They become, better, they become transformed, and they are able to face the world, so to say, positively. And so it's so important that these children are not just given the psychosocial care, but they also receive the spiritual care as well.
Plaep Girls Safe House.
And major challenge is that children, most of these whom I see, are homeless. And we've come to a point where you feel, and actually we've agreed that we need a home of safety. You see a child and you know that you want to take that child home, but you know that how many can you take home? So it's important that we have a home of safety. And a home of safety will provide that friendly and family environment where children being brought together, hopefully with their mother, they'll be able to live in peace. Once they have peace, once they are eating well, once they experience love, I believe the children will be able to perform better. We are looking to a time where these children will come out to become doctors and become more effective or become professionals because they would have received the care from Plaep, and especially coming out of the home.
Plaep Community Savings and Lending Groups. Savings groups are groups of not more than 30 people from poor households who have a common background, are facing similar financial constraints, and are interested in improving their incomes. As members pool their savings together on a regular basis, they form a collective fund that is then rotated as credit amongst the members through a system of self-generated rules and norms. Since 2011, 170 groups have been formed comprising over 3,000 women. These groups use the group fund as a capital for their small business enterprises or to meet family needs.
Nebo member wa mtu ataizia muri akakawungwe ishina nebo Janet Mereki twambire mu 2016 akakawungwe kwena ndetotera ponangira akakawungwe no buchushine bwali ntaruka kaloba nalepo kamu bantu nomba nalireka ndisafe mutupoko omumwine na yabo mpya nshirale nsala ubunganga bwapwa na isa kongola filafini ya kubwesha nchini kwa tana bwesha kwena ndetotera kakabunge kaleto afwa na mwewa kweba chitamula keshi baka mwandini ngamwakeshi ba mkalatotera mkalatasha bantu kaleto afwa abana kuma skulu ngata ukwete waisa kongola wayali piro mwana ku skulu au kaleto afirisha naba no kulima ngata ukwete umfundo filafine to waisa kongola washita fertilizer twatotera sana kuri ba Plaep pakutuletera kwa kakabungwe.
Plaep Renewable Energy Program. According to the World Bank, Zambian forests are depleted at a fast rate due to the frequent felling of trees for energy use. Most families depend on firewood, charcoal, kerosene, and candlelight for their energy needs. Less than 40% of people in Zambia are connected to grid power, with only 4% with power in rural areas. Plaep Light My Church, Light My Village has distributed 464 solar lights over the course of the project and benefited at least 2,700 people. COVID-19 had adverse impact on families at the bottom of economic chains. They lost jobs and incomes reduced. Plaep is encouraging growing more food for household food security and for income. Plaep also promoting the moringa tree as a superfood for use in human food, animal food, and organic fertilizers. Plaep institutional sustainability initiatives. Sunshako produces crops grown by smallholder farmers such as dried cassava tubers, millet grain, and peanuts. The project took off in 2019 when Plaep products entered the biggest chain store in Zambia, ShopRite, with over 40 stores countrywide. Sales have increased from 20 tons in 2019 to over 70 tons in 2022. In 2021, Plaep leased a 60-acre farm to promote agribusiness through growing vegetables. Plaep also aims to be self-sufficient with food requirements for the school's feeding program, such as beans and sunflower oil.